We are back at it again here with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with MMAT MMTLP Inc. And in today's video, we're also going to cover MMTLP, Torchlight Preferred Shares, as both of them are consolidating and fighting to try to hit newer highs within the volatility, and we're going to break it all down in today's video. But today within the volatility, our SPY bot sent out opportunities in both directions, and our SPY bot sent out a bull indicator at 10:15 a.m. and from that moment forward, the inflows crossed the midpoint to the upside, full strength on 42 vision, and call options went up 150% plus. And just a few hours later at 1:25 p.m. it sent out a bear indicator, and from that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside. Pure weakness there on 42 vision, and put options went up 100% plus within hours, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to the bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. So here we are with MMAT MMTLP Inc. continuing to fight to break through the resistance of 160 and fighting to stay above 150. We're going to break it all down in today's video, but before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity that was mentioned over at the Discord. So the home run of the day was spectacular and beyond expectations, and if you guys want to know about these stocks early on in the pre-market and receive this edge and clarity over the charts, check out the link down below in the description to the Discord, and by joining, you'll become part of our growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the home run of the day was from our Apple bot. Our Apple bot at 1:25 p.m. sent out a bear indicator, and from that moment forward, the outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside. Pure weakness there on 42 vision, and put options went up 100% plus within an hour, guys. And you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the Discord, getting connected over to our 42 vision indicator. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump into these charts. So here we are with MMAT MMTLP Inc. And in today's video, we're also going to cover MMTLP, Torchlight Preferred Shares, and what's going on within their charts. They're near their resistance levels and highs and continue to fight to find support and bounce off of, right? So we're going to go ahead and pull up the bull and bear indicators in the inflow versus outflow, which you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to the bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with MMAT stock on the 30-minute under a bull indicator and canceling yesterday's first bear indicator that we had seen in weeks and days, guys. And it also had a strong amount of outflows here as they crossed the midpoint to the downside, hitting minus 0.11. And today the inflows crossed back up, got that bull indicator around 144, has hit highs here of 160, and the inflows hit highs here of about 0.16, and it still has room based off the history of the chart because the previous inflows hit highs here of 0.21 and also 0.22. Not guaranteed to hit those highs, but something to watch, and this was a pretty strong amount of inflow picking back up. Now, in yesterday's video, we talked about how this could be the setup before the next bull run, and I also shared my perspective in theory, right, in my opinion, not financial advice, why I believe the stock was pulling back and why we were going to see a lot of volatility. I'm going to pull it up here again so you guys could see it. So as we see here on the screen, MMAT MMTLP Inc. has an estimated earnings per share for their EPS of Q3 of minus 0.05. And the date to be released as expected is 11/9/2022, guys. This is big, right? This is what's creating this volatility, and going into earnings, it was pretty strong. And today is day 10 of the NASDAQ compliance of staying above $1. That's another thing as well that I had stated created this volatility. And all of a sudden, all those outflows got eaten up. with inflows, and we're going to have to see if that earnings release gets released tomorrow, how it affects the stock and shareholders' perspective, or if it gets pushed back even further. And now that it's NASDAQ compliant and it's above $1, it doesn't necessarily have to stay above $1, but if the bulls put up the fight and continue to put pressure on the shorts, it could stay above $1 for as long as it wants, right? So I look forward to seeing your thoughts down below. Do you think after the 10th day, it's going to stop caring about staying above $1, or the bulls are going to put up that fight to continue to hold it up? We're going to break down some key levels here in just a moment, but let's look at MMTLP. Torchlight preferred shares continues to sit sideways here, and it's fighting to stay above $7, right? Hit lows here yesterday in the pre-market and also in the market hours of 670, 680s, and the outflows have been dominating since yesterday, and that's why the stock has been sitting sideways, right? You could see it there, but the inflows have just crossed here going into the after hours. This is very interesting because it's the first time that the inflows cross since yesterday's crossover to the downside. And this is big as it crosses over going into tomorrow. I'm going to be watching these inflows very carefully, and you could see that bull indicator there still holding itself up and right there at around 712. So that's going to be critical, and it bounced off twice today off of 716, 717. I'm going to be watching these inflows if they can continue to hold upwards. And on the 15-minute, within the volatility, the outflows have crossed again, guys. So I'm going to be watching as we're close here to the midpoint going into tomorrow, if it could pull back up and then also reflect into the bull indicator and the strength here of the 30-minute, pull away from the midpoint to the upside. And we need to talk about the first resistance level, and that is 740, and above that is 750, and then above that is 760. It's really tight right now. The key resistance levels to watch: to the downside, the first support is 712, 710, then $7, and if 760 could get broken through, $8 is the key level I'll be watching. And based off the history here of these inflows, it has room to pull upwards because it hit highs here of 0.8 2 times in the last several inflows that picked up, especially this one that dropped really fast and brought itself back up in the next few days. So super important here to watch very, very carefully. Now, MMAT, we want to see this stay above 150. It's currently at 154. If 150 gets broken through, the next support is down here at 144 where that bull indicator popped up. And then the worst one here, which is one of the lowest times that we've seen it since these outflows crossed yesterday, is down here at 134 today at the bell, right after the bell, and going from the pre-market to the opening bell. And then you have these inflows picking up at the same time. Things started to run up within the first 30 minutes to the highs here of 157, and then it continued in the next few minutes to reach even up towards 161, and it rejected. So to the upside, we definitely want to see this break back above 160, and then the highs up here of 165. And if that can continue to push up higher and be used as a support and start that staircase effect to go to newer highs, that will then be 175, 180, the key levels to watch to the upside, and for these inflows to continue trying pushing up higher. They're currently right now above the midpoint here at 0.08, and the highest point it hit today was 0.116, but it has room to go up towards 0.21 and 0.20 based off the history of the chart of those inflows the last times it ran. Not guaranteed to move exactly the same, but something to watch and not ignore. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.